Ugh. They might be bugged, but you know what? It's time for dissolving. What's the eyeball do? I don't know. I think this is a visual novel. Let me turn this down. That's loud. So it's like, woosah, more chill. Used to be a total bore, but he was cute and good-hearted. Always ready to put off his plans to help friends. Always willing to advise, he used to speak passionately about programming. This was under spookiness, and if I'm not mistaken, this game is also free. This good guy had to go. There was only a bore left sitting in front of his screen. Oh. Didn't finish his 4th university year, and soon he left his job in the office. Lasted a bit longer, but in the end, he abandoned that as well. He dwells in a decrepit flat in a bad neighborhood. A generous gift from his parents. Visual novel game? That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing it's a visual novel. So I guess it's not a problem. The thing is, I'm a fast reader, and that's why I usually don't play visual novels. Because I know I tried to play with Ravelon once, and he was like, I'm trying to read it. I'm like, I already read it. Like, so, like, gotta be slow. What if I just hit auto? Let someone else do it. Will it go on by itself? It does. Okay, cool. I don't have to touch a thing. You can yell at the game now. But I mean, this game is part of the, like, crazy 3-part game, so I imagine it's pretty short. Right? Figured I'd give it a shot, though. I was like, yeah. Try to, you know, spread my fingers into other types. You know, like, as much as I hate platformers, I'll still try them every now and then. Alright, let's look up dissolving. Okay, we decided to be close to him. Platformers, oof. Atmospheric, horror, kinetic visual novel about a girl that gets caught up in some sort of an internet cult. While there are no choices, there is a second, largest scenario that can be unlocked during one part of the main story. Okay. So, now it's very chill. I'm not murdering anybody, coming down from being a demon. It's chill. It's chill. It's calm. Just let it go by itself. Everyone has time to read. I wish there was voice acting. One part of the game is hidden outside of it, but the first scenario has a hint how to find it. Like, do I have to, like, look up a website or something? All parts of the story can be read in an hour or so. No. Get yourself some water, get yourself a snack. It's a chill, spooky visual novel now. It's a shrug of his shoulders. Vibing to the soundtrack. Oh! This is my ex? Alright, I like the tucked in purple shirt. My ex again. Bogue, pose. Dim and deep yet beautiful doom metal. It's good. It's good. Chill music is good. he dead? He said he was part of an internet cult. Oh, is that me? I like my shirt. Oh, cute. Huh? Huh? That's really sus. What is he doing? Why does he want me to wait in the living room? Maybe he's cleaning. That doesn't sound like that type of person. That's not the setup I'm getting. Yeah, don't go inside. I pull the handle. You just said! Always wear gloves. Keep your fingerprints to yourself. The door opens. What is that on the couch? Is that a mustache? Your apartment's very bare. Turn on the light. Turn it on. Oh, got the goosebumps. Turn on the lights! My senses are telling me to turn on the lights. I think he's dead or someone else is in there texting. Like has killed him or something. Oh, it's almost like a movie. Wait, does that mean he hasn't left his room? Do you eat? You have to leave your room to eat. Unless you just put all the food in a fridge in your room. See, now that sucks. You told me he lives online and there's no light coming from under his door. He's dead. Get out. Winston, the e-girl respecter. Well, hi, Winston. Hi, Ken. How are you doing today? Ooh, let me give you a little brief thing about me. If you wish to read. Yes, it just has like a weird couch pillow thing with a face on it. Oh yeah, those plants would be dead. What you got going on today, Winston? Wait, there's a lock on the door? I wish I had some spooky music to accompany this discovery. Oh, okay, so the lock's on his side. I thought someone put a lock on the outside. I was like, okay. Yeah, you should have left a long time ago. Not going outside? Let's talk like this. He's literally right behind the door. He can just... Yeah, leave. Leave. Diggins. You know what? You can reply outside the spooky apartment. Haven't showered. My lifestyle's had an impact. Flesh is weak. If I want to run or argue, run. Have this conversation outside spooky apartment. Is he alone though? Could be talking to his internet friends. Wait, he never listened to music? Who doesn't listen to music? Can't you move your tongue? The white envelope on the drawer. There's a gift and a note. Dude, take it a dip. The fact that he just ignored your question and was like, here's a present. Bro. Is it money? She's gonna die. Well, he lives alone, so like, why would he even lock his door? I'm not gonna abandon him, but I'm gonna grab a knife to stab him, just in case. I try to coax. You have a knife. No one's gonna leave their room if you have a knife. Hey, come out of your room! Nah, I'm good, bro. The logic. There you go. So I pick up a knife. What do you have there? A knife! No! I actually got to show that video to someone on set because we were quoting it. I feel uneasy. And he was like, what are you talking about? We're like, you haven't seen that video? And he's like, what? And we showed it and it just blew his mind. I have the knife behind my back. This is not good. I think I'm about to murder my ex. If you come out, I'll take the envelope. Deal, but take the envelope first. Envelope? Envelope. If you do, I'll come out. I don't want to take it. Just take it. You have a knife behind your back. This is some weird thing that's happening now. Just take it. Take the envelope. He probably has cameras. He probably sees what you're doing. Just put it in your pocket. Diggins. Oh, these feel nice. It's just cash, that's all. Yeah, it's just cash. Wait, hold on. I put the envelope in my bag, holding the knife in my other hand, so you just... Okay. We're just moving around like this. Alright, what does he look like? Imagine very long hair. Maybe he looks like a skeleton. Or the complete opposite end. Very long hair and just very March? Your hair looks the same. Are you dead? Into a robot? That explains the abandoned kitchen. Is that him? Did he go rar? I don't remember returning home. Must have immediately fallen asleep. That's very concerning. That's how my body manages stress. That's not good at all. I'm stressed. Out what happened to my ex? Or was that just a bad dream is what I had just now? No, it seems like it happened. It had nothing to do with the roof. Nothing. Not at all. Not a single thing. Smart guy, right? And his parents have a lot of money, so either he's super dead, like on the verge of death, you know, he doesn't leave his room, he just is on the computer all day, or he somehow turned himself into a robot so he could play on the computer all day. I don't know, I'm sure the game will tell us. I tend to act impulsively just to avoid anxiety. Usually you don't act impulsively with anxiety. Usually you're very reserved, but that's how you handle your anxiety. Oh yeah, dissolving is free. Someone not recommended this? What happened yesterday? What a douchebag. I don't know if he is a douchebag. You know what? Your answer might be in the envelope. I don't know what to say. Think harder then. What happened to your body? He's probably typing it out. What happened? This is the side effect of the ascension. I'm sorry, the what? The what now? I've been in a ton of arguments online. Mutually profitable partnership? give them money for food, and they help you solve issues and help you transform. I enjoyed our chat. You didn't leave me. I'm thankful for my parents, too. Who still give me money as support. My financial issues were solved. It's the smallest thing I could do for you. I wish you a good ascension as well. Believe in the net. Pump the brakes. Open the envelope. What the fudge? Good job, game. You're not leaving, are you? There was no reply. Oh, God. Uh-oh. There was no reply. A couple of weeks have passed. Hello? Hello? Oh my God. What? How? I see. Oh. Is my ex dead? I think he's dead. So I guess my... So did he just die right there? I didn't say sorry to anyone? Why would you? You didn't do anything. Apparently you've been broken up this whole time. I was afraid even a formal condolence would be inappropriate. Oh, yeah. Yeah, funerals are weird, bro. Didn't seem like Kim was a surprise to her. No, he was ascending. Maybe she knew. Oh my God, here comes Astra with the funeral farts. Can you imagine? When I die, I hope somebody just absolutely rips one wherever we are. I don't think we'd be in a church, but you know. Can you imagine just like everyone being sad and then someone just like I want someone to like laugh, chuckle, cry or something just to, you know, feel better. Also, sadness is happening in the game. Okay, so he died on purpose. But he was all god ascension-y. Aw. Thank you, Astro. This was one of their wishes, to have somebody fart at their ceremony. Stun guns, the last one standing gets it all. Oh my God. I don't know why, but that just reminds me of that video where the guy's just going around like slapping everybody and like, you know, cops come and he's just like, I'm just imagining somebody with a stun gun bzz, 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 and a pile of bodies being like, I am the victor! And then like, I don't know, here comes like a pastor or like somebody, they just get him in the ankle. He's like, ah! Stun the last person. Yeah, Astro's got it. Alright, so we're gonna have funeral farts. I honestly would want it to be a party, because I know everyone's gonna be sad. And it's like, alright, talk about the good times, but also talk about like what kind of like a shit person was. Be like, hey, remember when Nina was an asshole that one time? And then they became nice? You know? Like, good and bad times. Hide in the coffin. Astro. I only have chickens. God. marriages ruined, friendships broken, and then, like, you know, the guy who has all of it's just like, alright, you win $10, stick of chewing gum, and this possibly expired gas gift card. Chickens. Exactly right, Astro. Alright, you can chill, Tony. You don't need to put too many chicken stickers. Right, what does the paper say? Believe in the net. That's what you gave me? What's on the back? Ooh, a SIM card. Is this how I'm gonna talk to your friend that helped you ascend? Burn it. Throw it away. Don't worry about it. You can look like your ex and ascend, though this ascension equaled suicide, so that's the worst that can happen. Conveniently, I have a free slot for a SIM card. What kind of phone do you have? At TwitchCon. Look at that, Astro! Oh, Dickens, you're so nice. C'est la vie. Oh, God. Might be the last man standing. Nice. Displayed as eFoodNet. Nice, Astro. Get your money. £100. Nothing bad so far, she says. To check Twitter. $12 Canadian. Alright, how do I pause? Suddenly I receive an IM and I'm blinded by the fake Twitter page. How do I pause this? So that way we can go do Stream Raiders. From your ex? I'm sorry, I thought he was dead. Glad you opened the envelope. With the SIM card, the process will be much quicker. Yo, disconnect. Turn it off. Break it. Nope. Turning off auto. I'm just gonna save real quick just in case he's... Alright. Stream Raiders! Yay, Diggins! I was gifted a sub with some interesting emotes. Nice. Pet. I mean, it works, right? I guess I gotta do a pet type emote thing, don't I? There's so many emotes I need to make. I just need to probably find like a good emote person and be like, here, I need you to just draw crazy gremlin. But that's awesome. I like them, they look cool. My flight rogue. Well, then I shall do my heels. This as well. Alright. Back we go. Something's happening. Free visual novel. What, I'm hit the back button? Okay, yeah, same thing, cool. That's not funny. The SIM card must have triggered his final prank. I love when you step on me. I was also gifted a sub there. Look at y'all. Oh, I clicked it. Put it back on auto. A message from a dead ex-boyfriend. You guys can have fun with your cute stuff. A sick joke. Yeah. This will make for a great tweet, though I usually avoid writing about my personal life. Nevertheless, the world needs to see this masterpiece. I mean, it's honestly kind of impressive. Well, not that impressive. I mean, can't you set up, like, timed tweets or something to be posted at a certain time? Kind of like YouTube videos? I wasn't wrong. The tweet soon went viral. Imagine. But I forgot what kinds of people reply to tweets. Oh no. What is that? What is that emote? Adobo? That joke is stolen. Come and see such an attention. Oh my god. The internet. Pics or it didn't happen. What? Another geek girl? You're not impressing anyone, my dear. Try harder. How toxic are we about to get in this tweet thread? You must be a... We live in a society? It's nothing new, but somehow this got to me. Tony, that face. I love that cat so much. Mouthful of dark, which drove me up the wall. Oh, was that the femme one? What alternative logic led you to believe I'm a femme? Who else would joke about men dying? He must have gone complete bonkers. Just don't talk to the trolls. You know this. Just don't talk to them. Don't feed them. Several hours pass, and I barely noticed. Ooh, did I ascend by talking to trolls? New people were joining the argument. Oh my god. Just snap. New misconceptions, new misrepresentations, new white knights and trolls. Oh boy. Oh! I know it was a stupid waste of time. What is happening? Is that my face? But it really was hard to stop. Dust under celebrations of the crowd. People, strangers to get the slightest semblance of healing. Even the net, we're not evil, we're just... Am I supposed to click on that? complicated trying to read both things at once. I like the random Russian that's thrown in there. Is it gonna repeat? I think, yeah, it's gonna repeat. I jump away from the screen and unplug the PC. Took a while to notice. What the devil? I think you started to ascend, my friend. That's when I catch a glimpse of my reflection. Gasp. I scream. How long was I at my computer for? I run to the phone and take out the SIM. Run to the phone, throw it on the floor, and crush it. Just throw it in a microwave. A bit easier. I put the remnants with some paper in a cup and set it on fire. That works too. It smells terrible, but I don't care. Microwave, just boop, boop. Like 2 seconds. There are only ashes left. I throw them in the trash duct. Rid of my PC along with all its data. Aww. I could just delete a tweet. I'll start collecting work materials from scratch. We don't even know what her job is. On a new PC. But I'd rather donate it to the church. To friends. Somebody needs it. The next day, my reflection was back to normal. So is this like a weird take on like being a toxic troll? A day completely offline. But after a few months, I think I'm ready to return to Twitter. It is interesting how some people are just like, I'm taking a break. I even created a new account. I have some friends who will just like take a break from like all social media for like a month or two and then they'll hop back on. And they're like, it was so amazing, it was great. And I'm like, it's okay, you know, to like social media. You're allowed to like it, but just like everything else in the world, moderation. Like booze, moderation. You can like having pets, moderation. I forced myself to go to the funeral. Was there another funeral? Or is it still your ex's funeral? Sight as pitiful as his last years. Wait, I thought you already went to his funeral. What? Not sure I'm going to visit my ex's grave. I'm confused. I thought you already went to his funeral. Oh! Achievement unlocked. You didn't click on the monitor. Wait, was I supposed to click on it? Like the ease of blocking on Twitter compared to Facebook, right? So is this the whole multiple endings that they're talking about? So what happens if I click on it? Whales fly through the cage of time. What? 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 End of the first scenario. Okay. Is there more? Hello? Ah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go here real quick, and I'm gonna find the spookiness. We can learn good lessons. We are not evil. I'm clicking on them. I clicked on it. Up! Huh. Hold up! Hold up! Hold up! Hold up! Something else just opened. I'm scared. It's called Hunter? I was always into things that are different. Not exactly weird, but different. Outside of common understanding, outside of the norm. Hunting a god achievement? Clicked. I like this. I like this. You play one game, it opens another game. Okay, let's go. This journey led me through my life. If what's happening to me now can even be called life. Because of my interests, I became an anthropologist. Because of it, I found my wife, and stayed with me. Even after things fell apart. Everything was fine at first. Studied culture, psychology of certain people from medieval times. The subjects I chose were so specific that very few people had investigated them. Yet they were very peculiar enough to gain attention. Games on games on games! I was rather good at presenting myself in my research, so funding wasn't a problem. Gave lectures at university, some popular science events, worked part-time at a private school. Lots of contacts in university among young intellects. Avid artists. Who was into goth metal, avant-garde, not committed to anything or anyone. Joined my ventures into the depths of beliefs of people long gone. Career writing. Can't be that good. Wasn't even going anywhere. Just a car accident when I was driving back from the grocery store. The road was too slippery. Luckily, my wife was at home and nobody got hurt, except for me. My body was paralyzed almost entirely. I could move only my left hand and my head. It was a nightmare. The simple act of going from one place to another became more difficult. Refused to let me go and was taking care of me. I found it cute considering her usual traits, but I was frustrated to see her wasting her life because of me. I stopped visiting friends and parties, almost stopped giving lectures. Even doing my research became difficult. I was thinking about ending it all, but my family was rather religious, so I couldn't. I just couldn't. Maybe it's a mere excuse for my cowardice. I needed something to occupy my time, to distract me. My wife hid all the alcohol. Never mind the drugs. I tried reading books and watching movies, but it wasn't enough. The thoughts were still there, haunting me, always there, whispering in my ear. I pressed on, though. What else could I do? Then one day, after dozens of bleak flicks with cut and paste stories, I finally watched a movie that I really liked. I liked the... Ah! Whoa! Wait, I can mouse wheel through this? Oh my god, that's amazing. But back then I was in awe. I went to OMDB to find some info on it and found out the movie was universally hated. I checked the reviews to see what people disliked, started looking through them. False expectations, misunderstandings, ignorance, presenting subjective opinions as objective truths. Nothing new, but one review really got to me. This person wasn't just ignorant, they were aggressively ignorant and spiteful. I was so outraged that I went ahead, wrote a comment in an expressive manner explaining why they're wrong. I was only able to type with one hand, but it actually helped. I had more time to think about what I was writing. They replied quickly. Obviously, they didn't want to agree. Spent the next several hours arguing online. And it was great. There was nothing in my world aside from me, my argument, and my opponents. Is this the troll's perspective? One or two people who also commented on the review, and apparently were subscribed to comments, joined in. Under the Waves looks cool. Ooh, what's Under the Waves? I was finally passionate about something, and no longer wanted to die. Of course, it meant that I was arguing with strangers online, an act that I would have deemed pathetic not too long ago. But I didn't have much choice anymore. The next day, I created several throwaway accounts, set up a VPN, and dive into this restless world. It was fun. Since people who participate in such things are quite peculiar, sometimes I got almost scientifically interested in their reasoning, and possibly diagnosing their mental illness. Oh no. There are people like me too, restless, almost always online. I met some of them in different places around the net. Eventually, I formed some vague semblance of friendship with some of them. Then one day, way after midnight, the music stopped, one of them made me an offer. Would you be interested in leaving your mortal body and transcending onto the net? It sounded like some cult nonsense, but sure, I'll bite. My pride was long gone, and I was curious, and I have voice mods. I could make this real interesting. I wanted to know more. It definitely felt like cultist ramblings. Some mighty interdimensional beings exist in our world, but only in digital form. It's like they're projections of themselves into our world from theirs. What if I read this as a clown? Chat, should I read this as a clown or shadows? But which clown? Spooky clown or happy clown? I kind of want to read this as a clown. Or distorted copies. They feed on human emotions. These beings want to consume the strong feelings poured onto the net. I'm doing it. I'm gonna just do it just for like a hot second. Just a hot second. Just for like...
Yeah. 1 second. So the cultist people who were digitized by these creatures help them find newcomers. And I should talk more clown-like. People who pour a lot of emotions into the internet. In exchange for producing food for them 24/7, they gain immortality and the power to control many things on the net. Wait, let me try Spooky Clown. However, the elusive homeworld of these beings is still out of reach, even for their followers. Not even a glimpse for humans. It sounded like nonsense, but for some reason, I was ready to believe it. This story reminded me of an incident that occurred when I worked at a private school. I was going back from work. A girl who worked there as a teacher was sitting on the stairs, seemingly distressed. That looks like my silhouette from the first day. She was mumbling something about digital people trying to ruin her and so on. When I asked what happened, she said she was fine because of her ex joining some sort of cult.
Okay, so we have options. We have options. I thought she was high or something. She looked like someone who would do that at work. Wait, what if I do Bill Cipher?
Purple hair, torn jeans, you know. So I said something encouraging and walked away. She didn't care. But when I heard about the cult, things started to make sense. At least I understood how far it reached. When I asked, so what do I need to do? The answer was quite peculiar. You need to get rid of your mortal body. We can send you a SIM card to speed up the process. It receives data from the stations controlled by us, and this type of data makes the transition faster. Your mortal body will partly dissolve during the process. When the ascension is complete, your atrophied corpse will remain in this world.
Sorry, I'm having too much fun now with the voices. I was hesitant to believe that, but curious indeed. Remembering that story with my colleague sure made it more intriguing. I was willing to check it out. Oh. Hello? Oh, it's the game. I thought I clicked a voice mod. I was like, oh? I'm in. Can you deliver the SIM to my house discreetly? I'll arrange something. Just give me your address and date. Never give your address out online to spooky internet people. I provided my address and set the delivery for a week later. I'm still ashamed I shared such information so easily. I was consenting to anything that could happen, but I forgot that my wife lives here too. They could just barge in and bad things could happen. I panicked at first, trying to edit or delete the message, but I forgot that things don't disappear from the net so easily. There was a no edit button, and deleting the message would erase it from my history, but not theirs. It was the first time I truly panicked since the accident. Strangely enough, my limited ability to move or act hastily helped me to calm down rather easily. I thought my limitations would fuel the panic, but no. Maybe I was getting used to it. I persuaded a friend of mine in another country to call my wife away to some kind of important art event for a few weeks. It was a pretty big deal in the art world. It was difficult, but I managed to persuade her to leave me here. I had to agree to have a caretaker, though. She insisted the caretaker should be a man, too. I like to think she was still jealous, which is cute, considering my circumstances. The caretaker was rather nice. He looked like he could fight in a possible home invasion, or at least I hoped he could. So my wife packed her things and left. Nothing peculiar happened until the package arrived at the promised time. Beast Hour demo. Ooh, I'll look into that later. I told the caretaker that I ordered some stuff for my phone. He didn't ask any questions. Believe me in it. When he left, I unpacked it. Strange enough, it was packed in a way that'd be easy for me to open. I didn't tell them anything about my condition, and a small box was an envelope. And then, cute. I installed a SIM card in my phone. They promised the essential path without any struggle for you. I don't know what they meant, or what I expected, but it was strange. The mobile network now said InfoNet, but at first, nothing changed. Even when my body started to dissolve, I felt nothing, both physically and mentally. I mean, of course, I freaked out at first seeing lines of my body blurring. Tony. But I soon found myself worrying more about how I hide it from the caretaker. Should I hide in my room, faking a depressive episode? Should I give him sleeping pills? Ask those guys to lure him away, faking an accident with someone in his family? I decided to take those cultists past them with luring him away, and I calmed down completely. Yeah. The fact that I was so indifferent actually bothered me. It was the out-of-the-ordinary experience I always dreamt of. And yet, until this day, I wondered, maybe I died in that car crash. Maybe everything after that was just a fever dream, or an endless vision of the afterlife. Maybe you, to whom I tell these stories, don't even exist. Now I'm here. I guess I'll never know. They got the caretaker to leave due to some family circumstances. Honestly, I didn't want to know what they arranged. In 2 days, my body changed drastically and my vision became blurry, like a dark fog appearing before my eyes. It got thicker, thicker, and eventually covered my eyes entirely. The last thing I saw was the computer screen through the fog. What a beautiful farewell to the mortal world. The new world was not what I was expecting. I retained my consciousness, memories, and personality, seemingly without any changes. But I was data now, and I could only perceive other data and traverse from server to server. I had the ability to control anything on the internet. At first, I was in awe. Everything they told me was true. I declined my weak, almost non-functional human body and became something more powerful. Ascended to the new realm, where powerful beings dwell among the undying flow of information. I could perceive data faster than any human. Amazing realm. Finally free, able to travel as fast as electricity. In a whole new world. A whole new world. Full of strange and unusual things for me to investigate. What am I looking at? With beings akin to gods lurking somewhere in the endless oceans of data. Sometimes I felt them passing by on the same servers as me. A strong, weary presence. To this day, I don't know how I could feel a presence in the digital world. I was just a bunch of numbers. And yet, I could. Maybe it's because of my soul. Maybe a soul can be digitized too. Maybe it's the immortality of the soul we were promised by ancient prophets. But data can be deleted. Does that mean that both souls and gods can be destroyed then? Actually, feeling the presence wasn't the only proof of my soul being here that I got on my first day of new life. Soon after the bit of getting used to this world, I started stalking my wife. Why? Also, we're inside an airplane now? All those powers, all those mysteries, but I was just following her life. Reading all her messages and posts, watching all the cameras that spotted her. On her laptop, on her phone, on the street, in cafes, in dressing rooms, and bathrooms. Yeah, those places have more cameras than you think. The things I learned. I didn't like them. She tried to sue that poor guy, the caretaker, but to no avail. My body was obviously exhausted. I'd been really skinny for the past month because of medication and stress. Police didn't find anything suspicious about my death. Just some people who should have died a long time ago and finally left this world. I even read such messages in her history. I certainly couldn't agree with that. I watched her go through all the stages. Watched her ditch work and social relations, trying to then spending most of her remaining money on the therapists. Read that as something else on therapists and medication. Trying to get back to work, but mostly failing. I wanted to stay away, but not get involved. It wasn't my world anymore. But at some point, the growing, howling mass inside my soul became so big that I had to act. I added several sizable sums to her account, masked as compensation for old, troublesome projects I remembered, and sent the word sorry from a newly created throwaway account. After that, I decided to leave all of it behind and try to live a new immortal life. I started my search for the gods. I want to understand at least some small part of them, to know why they evolve such deep feelings in me. Oh, not evolve, evoke such awe and fear at the same time. Why are they so powerful? Why did they share their power with me? Is it only to give them food? Or is it something more? I started by asking around. Most people here were busy with the same stuff they did online while they were still alive. Consuming media, arguing about it, spying on the lives of others. Arguing. Stuff like that, for the most part. But then I saw something that I couldn't understand at first. I saw one person's data dissolving, being erased, along with many others on the server. Most of them in the same part of the server as the dissolving data. I found a person idling in another part of the server, and I asked them, what's happening? They're devouring them. It's happening more and more frequently now. What does that mean? They collectively devoured data of people that did something against the cult, like merging their data together. Usually they send the remains to a remote server and format it afterwards. A rather long procedure, to be honest, probably takes so long because it's not a power they could extract from the source, unlike controlling the net. You're new here, huh? Everything we have is because of some guy who managed to find those beings on the internet, copy their code, and partly reverse engineer it. He digitized himself with this new power and started inviting other people to join him. Wait a minute, so you're saying those interdimensional beings have no part in the ascension? Pretty much, they just exist here and wander these lands. Why was I told about giving them food? Oh, the guy found out they grow on servers where people argue emotionally. They like that, and tend to gravitate to such places. I don't know how we went from that to this cult thing we have now. They don't ask for anything, they just don't communicate with us at all. Or interact in any other way. Oh, that's disappointing. How do you know so much, anyway? Dunno, been here for a long time. Possibly over 20 years. Some parts of my memory are corrupted or formatted. Then you could be the source guy. I could, yeah. But I'm more interested in other facts about me. What could be more interesting than discovering you created this new society? Looks like parts of my memory were deleted by me. It's possible? Yes, you can alter your own code. It's easy. I thought of that. You're considering deleting your memories? Yes. Then could you answer me one question? Sure. What makes you want to delete your memories? I was short-sighted and my egotism led to the suffering of a person dear to me. I could have stopped, but I went all the way. I want to forget what I've done and all the happy memories I've made with her. The happiness of the past has become nothing but pain. I see. Guilt. Quite understandable. Thanks. We remained there, watching the data being consumed for a while longer. After some time, the person asked, so will you do it? Do what? Delete your memory. Probably not. Why? Remembering is punishment for me. I see. Don't be so hard on yourself. I didn't answer. Thanks for speaking with me. It was rather enlightening. No problem. You helped me too. Glad to know. Maybe we'll meet again. See you. I finally left the server. It was an important moment for me. Hey, I know this bedroom. I clang to the idea of understanding those creatures. I clang? I clang. Maybe cling? Maybe they meant cling? We're clanging though. I'm clanging to the idea. I believed in everything those guys said to me since I became a digital being and saw gods. I should stick to my own research, as it was during my career. But things didn't work out. I managed to copy and paste parts of their code. I got that far. However, I couldn't do anything with it. I didn't even know how to approach it or where to start. Robot homes. It was gibberish to me. I tried inserting their code into my own. That seems bad. To no avail. Nothing. It had changed who I am. I was now useless at investigating anything, even though that earned me some fame in the human world. That feeling of desperation would eventually lead me to my self-destruction. One day, I followed one of the gods. At some point, I realized the server was empty. It was only that being and myself. An idea suddenly crossed my mind. I would have probably been grinning if I still had a mouth. I set a timer to disconnect the server from the internet, format it, then reconnect. I left server just before the timer went off, with the being still there. When I came back, the server was empty. I left just before the timer and could still sense the god somewhere in the central part of the server. They couldn't leave, as far as I knew, which could mean only one thing. I killed a god. I guess that shows what kind of person I am. But I wasn't overwhelmed with power or anything. There was only disappointment. After that, I started to wander the net, picking up on the stories that unfolded around me. There were a lot of them. The cultists spent most of their time trolling random people and recruiting new members. In most cases, they forgot about their previous targets and moved on, just like the person that invited me. They forgot about me the moment I joined them and started to close in on the next person they wanted to recruit. But one day, I noticed a cultist that hadn't changed his prime target for a long time. He was seemingly torturing and stalking a girl that once dated one of the cultists. I'm gonna save right here real quick, and we're gonna go do some Stream Raiders, cause, I bet it's me, purple hair. Blondie and Cass. Sweet babies. Nope, still can't summon Fine Road. Back we go. I feel like we're close to finishing this one. Decided to see what was going on. Things rarely disappear from the internet, if ever. It was the girl I met at my work, the one with purple hair. Fun fact, her ex refused to get the sim because he wanted to experience the ascension for as long as he could. He forgot about her quickly and hadn't even followed the story of her being hunted. Since I spoke with her near the school, things had been quite rough for her. She tried abandoning the internet, but it didn't work out. She tried withdrawing cash from several ATMs. Sometimes just met with her. He actually let that happen. She tried not leaving her apartment, but it wasn't much help. He would summon cops, deliveries, anything like that. After some time, though, she managed to save up a rather large sum of money. She already had some of her own savings in cash even before this whole mess began. She started practicing walking in places where street cameras wouldn't see her. Not only street cameras, but possibly drones or satellite cameras. Anywhere there was some kind of roof or canopy. When she decided everything was ready, she started her plan. The girl went to a nearby internet cafe. They surprisingly still exist today, but mostly filled with schoolboys playing games on the local network. She found a cabin in the woods up for rent in a rather remote location and arranged a meeting about the rent, using a fake name, obviously. Buying a used car was easy too. Getting a gun was a bit harder, but she had connections. The seller didn't care about documents or anything, he just needed the money. In 2 days, she got a cabin, a car, and a gun. She turned on her phone, left it playing music, and gathered her belongings in a sports bag. In 4 hours, she arrived at her new home. It worked. For a while. You probably guessed that since I know all this in such detail, her plan got found out. The guy did some extensive digging, and once he knew what to look for, he traced her easily. One morning, she woke up to a loud noise. When she opened her eyes, the noise repeated. Now closer. She stood up and grabbed the gun. She always kept it near her. It wouldn't help against what was coming, but it could still come in handy. A drone crashed through her window. It was rattling around the floor, trying to fly up. She rushed to one of the inner rooms of the house without windows and began stuffing some cash into the pocket of her shirt. But soon she heard another sound, a roaring engine. She rushed outside, dressed only in her pajamas, just in time as a bulldozer demolished the entire building. He had put this house on a list of buildings to be demolished. But if music was playing, she ran through the forest, followed by the sound of drones buzzing, toward the road where she could catch a ride back to society. Not exactly the best outfit for it, but what choice did she have? I suppose she didn't have time to think about any other dangers. But I did. There were only 2 other people on the server, but he was too absorbed in his game to notice anything. I learned he was sending some drivers after her with histories, let's say. That's when I decided I've had enough of observing. I persuaded the other two cultists to leave the server under false pretenses. Then I set the timer. She was covered in bruises. Her legs were tired. The buzzing drew closer and closer. The road was still far away. She tripped on an old tree and fell. Her whole life must have flashed before her eyes. I don't know for sure. I can't read minds. She lay there for a few seconds before turning onto her back. She drew her gun and aimed with shaking hands at the nearing drones. The girl started firing. The recoil hit way harder than she expected, but one drone was down. There were several dozen left. Oh my god. She fired the remaining bullets, but missed almost all of them. Luck wasn't on her side anymore. Was it? She tried getting up and running, but had no energy left. She sat there, watching those things getting closer to her, with eyes wide open. Then, they stopped. One of them was several inches away from her. She waited. They didn't move. She sat there for about a minute. One of them fell down with its lights out. Batteries must have died. She got up. She stood for a moment watching the buzzing swarm of drones. Some of them had needles and short knives attached. Fuck it. I'm going back. She flipped off the drones and walked away. In the direction of the cabin's remains. Alright, I like her. That's such a badass move. Just fuck it.
I knew you would wait.
That's not me. There's a voice? Hello?
I guess I'm happy that you stayed for so long. Don't know for sure, though. Yeah, I'm the one who told you these stories. Both of them. I just couldn't bring myself to communicate online. Or even follow what's going on. So I decided to get creative. Make games, write stories, and upload them to random sites. It's the same as arguing online, after all.
Just a bunch of emotions spilled into the nothingness.
In the hopes that someone will understand.
It's really creepy, but I like it.
And find the record of your thoughts and emotions on the garbage pile.
Where nothing ever disappears.
There's no death on the internet. That's where I made a mistake. I was still thinking in terms of a human world, not a digital one.
Okay.
So the guy whom I thought I killed returned.
Oh.
I couldn't kill even him. Yet, I thought I was mighty enough to kill a god. Everyone leaves a digital trace. Caches, messages, forum posts, histories of visits, so on and so forth. After a while, they start to gravitate towards each other. Like molecules. producing a distorted copy of the individual. Is this what they meant by all this immortal soul stuff? Anyways, he regained parts of his memories, told the cultist what happened, and they weren't happy.
Oops.
Can you really replicate a person by their data? Honestly, though. I don't even know who I was. The only thing that kinda comforts me is the thought that maybe, since now I'm the enemy for them, she'll be able to live a functional life once again.
New Genshin
Just
content?
like my wife.
Oh
Hopefully.
yeah! The new, like, people in the, like, new area? Oh, looks so good.
There's one other thing, but it's rather silly.
What's the other thing?
Maybe when I become a distorted copy of myself, I'll find forgotten, useless shards of who I was.
I'm, like, half expecting him to just, like, get huge and take over my whole screen.
And understand something that I couldn't understand about myself before.
Like, what game was it? Doki Doki? Like, that game was a trip.
Just like you.
Nah, I'm good, buddy. Go to bed. Coffin clock. The hunter won't die? Nothing disappears on the internet. Coffin clock streetlight attic. What's coffin? Okay, clock. Streetlight attic. I don't know. I don't know. Am I supposed to click something? History. Turn. Oh, up. Apparently return means quit. Come back here. I'm not done with you. Wait. How do I... Oh, hold on. Hunter. Hold on. I have to start all the way over? Hold on. Skip. Oh, thank God I don't. Oh, I'm just zooming through this content.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe if I aggressively click them. What am I supposed to do here? There's something I'm supposed to do here. I sense it in my bones. Okay, so don't. There we go. Clock, streetlight, attic, coffin. Nothing disappears on the internet. There's something I gotta do. Do I have to type? No, I saved. Quick save complete. Preferences. Oh, let's bump up that auto forward time. No! I hit escape to go back and it closed it again. Genshin in space also coming. Oh, that sounds exciting. Okay. Hold on. Hunter. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? There's something I'm supposed to do. I'm just gonna skip. What am I missing here? Ah! I just skipped it. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know. But I know there's one more achievement, so there's obviously something I'm supposed to do. But I don't know what. Let's see, it's 2 o'clock. You know what? I think we got time. I think we got time for one more. Alright, let me throw y'all here real quick. And let me set up the next game for you. 1 second.